Hey, good morning. Hung here, and welcome back to Testing Tech Horizon. We've got a lot to cover today, from AI declaring an ad war to a model that literally helped build itself. Let's get started. Okay, so OpenAI just started testing ads in ChatGPT for its free and Go tier users. We're talking topic-based ads, clearly labeled, and they say it won't influence the AI's answers. Plot twist. Anthropic immediately went on the attack with a Super Bowl ad, basically saying your AI chats should be a no ad zone. Sam Altman fired back, calling them dishonest. And just like that, the AI ad war has begun. Why does this matter? Well, if you're a QA team using these assistants for your workflow, you now have a big choice to make, free with ads or paid for privacy. Ad-supported tools can be super distracting and raise real privacy concerns, especially if you're working with sensitive data. The takeaway here is that the era of unlimited free access is ending. You got to start thinking about this in your budget. This next one's pretty cool. A company called StrongDM revealed their software factory, and it's a 3-person AI team shipping production code with zero human review. Seriously. They've got coding agents writing, testing, and deploying code all on their own. They're using some new concepts like satisfaction metrics instead of simple pass or fail, and a digital twin universe to run unlimited tests without racking up API costs. It's not cheap though. They're spending about $1,000 a day per engineer on tokens. This is huge. It's basically the first real-world example of a fully autonomous development pipeline. It forces us to ask, when an agent writes the code and the tests, what does independent testing even mean? Stanford Law is already pointing out the regulatory gap. Who's liable when no human ever reviewed the code? We'll see how this plays out. Meanwhile, Anthropic just dropped Claude Opus 4.6, and get this, it has a 1 million token context window. That's up from 200,000. So we're talking about the ability to process around 1,500 pages of text at once. But here's where it gets interesting. They also introduced Agent Teams, which lets multiple Claude instances work together on the same codebase. To show it off, they had 16 agents work in parallel to build a complete C compiler in Rust. The whole project cost about $20,000 in API calls and generated 100,000 lines of code with almost no human help. For QA, this is a whole new ball game. We're not just validating one agent's work anymore. We have to test the coordination and potential failures of a whole team of AIs. Think merge, conflicts, and task errors, but between bots, our testing strategies have to evolve, and fast. All right, switching gears back to OpenAI. They just launched GPT 5.3 Codex, their most powerful coding model yet. And honestly, this one is wild. It's the first model they've released that was instrumental in its own creation. Early versions of it were debugging their own training runs and managing deployment. Now, this is worth paying attention to. It's also OpenAI's first release to be rated high capability in cybersecurity under their own safety rules, which means extra safeguards are in place. For anyone in security testing, this is a major signal. These tools are now so powerful that even their creators are saying we can't rule out high-risk scenarios. If a model can debug its own deployment, how can we independently verify that its testing is actually reliable? The self-improving angle raises some really critical questions for validation. Okay, before we wrap up, here's something you can try this week. As you're evaluating AI coding assistants for your testing workflow, I want you to explicitly check whether the tool uses ads or has plans to. For any team that handles sensitive test data or just needs a focused environment, you should really prioritize the paid tiers that guarantee an ad-free experience. My take? Start budgeting now for those upgrades, because the free tiers are only going to get more restrictive across the board. All right, that's the update for today. Links are in the show notes if you want to dig deeper. Thanks for listening. Talk soon.